Gardner-Webb head coach Trey Lamb, the team coming off a win 38-34 over nationally ranked UT Martin in the final seconds of the game at home. Now 2-1 in association play this week at Bryant. So, Coach, some thoughts on your team, and then we'll go to some questions.
Yeah, really pleased with that win. That was a good one. Martin's a really, really good team. Best defensive front we've played all year, and we've played East Carolina and Appalachian State, and they're better than they are. That was a really quality opponent. Really don't have any weaknesses. They're big, strong, physical, old. I can't say enough good things about Coach Simpson and the job he's done, but huge win for us. Getting that one Saturday, really a great month of football for us. We won 3 of 4 games. And if you'd have told me that at the beginning of the year in October, we'd have a chance to beat Eastern Kentucky, UT Martin, Robert Morris, and, we lost to Austin Peay. But if you'd have told me we went 3 for 4 in October, I thought that was going to be our hardest stretch of the year, for sure. So very pleased with how our guys are getting better each week. Our football team seems to be maturing. We got a lot of older guys on defense that are playing well. We got some young guys on offense that are stepping up. Special teams continues to be an Achilles heel for us, and I've got to get that fixed quickly so we can win these last 3 games. But we got Bryant on the road. Really good program. I love their quarterback. I think he's fantastic. Their offense is really hard to stop. A lot of concept passing, things that gives you issues. They're big up front. Their defensive line's really good with 9 and 8. So we're going to have to play really well. It's a hard trip flying up there. I've never been up there, so excited to see what it's all about. And looks like we're going to have beautiful weather. But we certainly have a challenge this week. And, we're right back in the standings and got to bring our guys back down to earth a little bit and humble them so that we can go play well on the road and finish this season strong here in November.
Thanks, Coach. We'll go to some questions. I know Jacob is on the phone with us. Go ahead, Jacob.
Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right. One thing that probably gets overlooked in the 38-34 score is how well your defense played against the run game. You held their running back, who I believe was among the nation's leaders, to under 100 yards. So how would you assess your defensive front's play and how you were able to stop there or slow down their running game all day long?
Yeah, just a testament to our staff, putting together a really good plan to get 7-8 guys in the box, to get some good fits in the run game. We had some good movement up front. With the strength of our team, honestly, is our defensive front. That's where we got a lot of returners, a lot of older players, and we've certainly made them one-dimensional and very proud of that.
Jalen King is now 2-1 as a starter. Just talk about his maturation process as the season's gone along.
Well, I've been in his shoes. You beat Eastern Kentucky and UT Martin as a true freshman. You've done something, and there's a lot to be said for that. It's not easy. We got some guys making some plays around him. And honestly, if we had 4 critical drops Saturday, if we catch those balls, his stats are a lot better. But still, 230 yards passing, 40 rushing, 3 touchdowns. Very, very happy with the way he's playing. And our running backs make it go. Our running backs are very talented and gifted. Our offensive line's blocking extremely well to handle those guys like we did Saturday. Didn't allow a lot of negative plays and made some plays on the perimeter. So, Jalen gets a lot of credit, but guys around him are making plays as well.
A couple more questions from me. Coach, you're 6-0 and you won your last 6 home games, but you've lost your last 5 road games. So how do you turn that around this week on a tough trip to Bryant?
Yeah, there's no question. A lot of that has to do with who you're playing. We've played, I think 3 of those 5 road games are group of 5 opponents. So you got to kind of take that in consideration. But yeah, this is certainly a challenge. We got to be better on the road. We got a really good record at home. And we've beaten some really good people at home, and we got to go win some games on the road now here in November. We got Bryant on the road this week, Tennessee Tech on the road next week, and we finish at home with Charleston Southern. So we really need to do everything in our power to get these next 2. Our kids know what's at stake. We're right back in the mix here. If we finish this thing 7-4, I think we'd have a great shot to get in as an at-large or a co-conference champ. So a ton on the line. I don't think I'm going to have to get these guys ready to play. We need a fast start up there. We need to find a way to separate, but I'm very impressed with Bryant now. They got 17 starters on their team that are seniors and 5 juniors. They don't have any underclassmen starting. So anytime you're that old, it's always going to be a tough task to go play at their place. And we've got to find a way as a staff and a team. We've got a lot of injuries. We've got to find a way to get 11 guys on the field at one time that can do their job, do their 1/11th, and execute the calls, execute the plays, and outplay them at their place. But it certainly is not going to be easy.
One last thing for me, their quarterback, just watching some of their games, has been very impressive. What impresses you about him, and how are you going to approach slowing him down on Saturday?
He's a winner. He's the kind of guy I like to recruit. Extends plays as good as anybody in our league. He reminds me a ton of our quarterback from last year, Bailey Fisher. They're so smart, a little bit undersized. You know, if he's 6'1", he's probably not playing at Bryant. He's just a super talented kid that knows the offense. They put the ball in his hands. The scariest thing he does is extend plays, and especially in critical moments, we've got to plaster and rush the quarterback and make him uncomfortable. But I think he's probably the best quarterback in the conference, top to bottom.
All right, Coach, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep.
I've got one follow-up on that, Coach. How does Bryant's offense compare to other people you played so far this year?
You know, they're very pass heavy, concept passing. They put a lot on their quarterback, which I would too if I had him. As much reps as he has, as much as he's played, he's very smart. He understands the system. You know, Coach Merritt's done an awesome job recruiting. They're big up front. I think their O-line coach has really done a good job recruiting. It's a hard position to evaluate, and he really works at it. You know, he recruits. They do a really nice job recruiting Georgia and Florida, you know, and that's where we get a lot of our players from. And we're on a lot of the same guys. You know, a lot of the guys that they got, we recruited or had them on list. And I think offensively, they are extremely dangerous. So our defense got to be ready to play, and our offense got to be ready to score. You know, last year, you know, we got in a shootout with these guys. They had 400 yards passing. I think we won 48-40 at our place. It was a great football game. And, you know, I think we got to play better defensively, play better on special teams, and continue to put some points up offensively.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time this morning. Best of luck this weekend. We'll talk to you again next week.
All right. Thank you, Kyle.